Welcome to Chicago's Chris TV, and today with Christina Karin, creator, founder and creator,
creative director, founder,
everything,
yeah,
all accomplishments,
jack of all trades.
We're in her showroom today, and she's showing us like all of her cool fashion stuff, like from her wall to the chandeliers to the clothes, and it's just amazing. So before we get into the clothes, tell us, how did you get started in fashion?
So Chris, thanks so much for the intro. I originally had nothing to do with fashion. I was a broker on Wall Street. I worked for the New York Stock Exchange.
Hold on, I got a question. A lot of people say it was like on Wall Street and finance and everything. What do you think, like, why do you think so many people change from like finance to...
I think that people follow a direction that they think is going to be one way, and then they realize their creative soul is lacking. Yeah. And that's a lot how, that's kind of how I felt in terms of, I got a lot of business experience and knowledge, but I was really missing creating and doing things with a purpose that were tangible, and not just being in a room writing emails all day and crunching numbers. So for me, I always knew I wanted to be in fashion and do something very creative. I come from a background in the arts, and I'm really happy that I worked on Wall Street. I got a lot of great business experience that really was very useful now in running a successful business. But I ended up going back to the School of the Art Institute, where I studied fashion construction and design and really understood where I wanted to place my line and how I wanted to be different. And at the time I felt, there is a really large market, it's very competitive, but I feel like there's either the amazing dress that's $9,000 or the dress that everybody has from a big box chain that is mass produced and it's all over the place. Yeah. And how do you bridge that gap by having affordable luxury that are really unique, edgy, glamorous styles, but at a reasonable price for everybody who can't spend $9,000 on an evening dress? And my lines really transformed from starting out wanting to do just cocktail wear to really a lifestyle brand that has day styles, dressy separates, all the way, a really wide spectrum of offerings at this point.
And I see you was in an incubator program at Macy's. Tell me about that experience.
Yeah, so
first tell people what it is first.
Sure. So Macy's has what's called the Chicago Fashion Incubator, and I was one of their designers in residence in 2012. They basically pick about 12, I think it's 10 to 12 designers in residence to nurture. And they provide you with a space, they provide you with resources, there's a sample room, a cutting area, a place to work, because it was before I had this showroom and I had a lot of business, so it was a great transition. And they really try to nurture you and give you skill set to grow your business, not just from a small design background, but also from more of a business standpoint, which was fairly useful. And I really enjoyed the program, made lifelong friends and contacts, and it was just a great opportunity in Chicago to help build the Chicago community of designers here. I love the fact that we build this community, because we are it seems like we're so lacking behind like New York, and especially New York. New York is really the mecca, I'm not gonna lie. Yeah. But Chicago is definitely up there. I mean, we are catching up fast, and there's plenty of people who are setting grounds here. So when did your line start? When's your first spring, or when's your first fall? So my line started about 3 years ago, and I really had a very small tailored collection. I started with, I think, under 10 pieces, and I just really wanted to gauge market feedback. It was sort of what you can call a soft launch. And then I really was able to do some trunk shows, talk to customers, see what they wanted and how I could merge that with my brand and our aesthetic. And then it just slowly started to grow, and now our collections are 50 to 70 pieces, and we're carried with major retailers, so it's exciting stuff. And what is your inspiration? Like, what is the inspiration behind your line? Like, when you first started, not even just this season, when you first started, like, what was the inspiration? Like, what did you wear? What did you like? Sure. I've always been really into sort of elegant but sexy, and that's a really hard definition because it can go either way, and when it crosses that line it sort of takes on a life of its own that no one really loves. So the key was for me to create edgy pieces, a lot of European style design and very modern approach to glamour. So keeping it very classy, but still very feminine and bold. And that really is what encompasses the Christina Karin line.
Okay. And so I'm assuming, I know you travel a lot with fashion.
Yeah.
Where's your favorite, besides New York and Chicago, your
Sure.
favorite fashion place? Like,
So hard. I absolutely adore London. I just think that they have the greatest style because it's sort of got an urban glam to it, which is what I always say Christina Karin is a lot like. It's got a grittiness. It's so old. They're so much older than anything we have in the US, but there's something really gritty about it and edgy, and I think that's what I love so much. It's like you have this amazing history, you're surrounded by all this beauty from history, but it's also got like that gritty modern feel, which is what I just adore about London.
now we're gonna see a couple pieces from your latest line. Could you describe where you were at when you were creating these pieces?
Sure. So for spring summer, I started with like a really bold palette of black and white, and then I added some feminine touches and feminine details, which can be seen in a lot of like the sheer detailing. There's a lot of sheer panels, a lot of flowiness, which we love to do that for spring because I feel like that's what everybody feels like in spring. They want to feel fresh and they want to feel feminine and they want to feel elegant. But then that bold contrast with the tailored tux suit dress that's got the black and white, and some of those pops really keep it edgy and almost have that fine balance between masculine and feminine, which I love to explore.
Alright, let us know about this piece right here.
So this is our black and white silk tuxedo suit dress. It's really gorgeous. It's 4-ply Italian silk, meant to be worn as a dress. It's a boxy cut, like really on trend for the season, and it can also be worn as just a suit blazer type piece. So you can wear it with jeans or kind of however you want to mix it up, which is great because it has a little bit of versatility and it's just incredibly luxe. But this is one of our pieces from our black label.
Oh, this one is...
Yeah, this is like one of my favorite prints we've ever done. It is a pineapple print script that we made. We have various dresses out of it. We've kind of integrated it throughout the collection. This happens to be the sheer back top, but we also have a couple other tops out of it. Just really very effortlessly chic and cool. Just love it. It's got the pineapples in there.
It's definitely flowy and springy.
Yeah,
it's like perfect.
It's like got that edgy feel, still very feminine.
Okay.
So this skirt, this is actually from our leather capsule. It's a metallicized suede, a goat suede, and the material's just amazing. I wish you could smell this right now. It smells heavenly, and it's just buttery soft.
I was just gonna say it feels really buttery.
Totally buttery. And then we did a lot of fringe. We also have a vest with the fringe as well, which you can see there. That also has some of the fringe. So we kind of pulled some of the things that are really trending right now into the latest spring summer collection.
Oh, very cool.
Cool. Glad you like it.
Now that you've seen the clothes, you've met Christina, I need you to see how buttery these clothes are and how silky and flowy they are. Tell them where you can find the clothes at.
Absolutely, Chris. You can find everything from Spring Summer 15 on ChristinaKarin.com, as well as available in Chicago at Comfort Me and Sonador Boutique.
Thank you.
Thanks, Chris.